weekend. Are we still shopping? Are we getting sick of the sales? Let me know. What have we been shopping for? I'm nosy. I'm dying to hear it. I would want to hear all about all of your purchases and shopping that you've been doing. There's so many amazing sales going on. I have a highlight on my Instagram page at MakeupEsquire, if you haven't checked it out already, where I have been linking like crazy for y'all. So go ahead and check out my highlight on my Instagram if you're looking into the best sales that I'm personally recommending. I know that there is so much more that I can link. So if you're looking for a specific link to a retailer where you are planning on shopping, please let me know. Just hit me up in my DMs and I would be happy to send you a link. I so appreciate you shopping through my links. If you do decide to support my channel in that way, it comes at no additional cost to you, but for small channels like mine, it is super, super helpful and none of it goes unnoticed. Every penny that I receive goes right back into this channel and allows me to showcase products that I love for you on here. So I am barefaced today. I have just applied SPF. I've been testing out this Dr. Idris SPF that I picked up during the Sephora sale. I'm still not sure about it. I was a little bit disappointed that it was not a mineral SPF. If y'all aren't familiar, Dr. Idris is a dermatologist who has her own YouTube channel, and she comes out with skincare that targets melasma specifically. She said she went through this whole like melasma breakout during her pregnancy and after, and struggled with it, and it just swears by the fact that she can get rid of it just by the products that she has been able to get rid of it just by the topical skincare products that she uses. I know that can be a little bit controversial. Y'all know I went to go see Dr. Emmer for my concerns, and my melasma has significantly improved. I'm still, trying to keep it suppressed because it's notorious for coming back and being kind of a lifelong struggle. This SPF claims to have ingredients in it that help target melasma and keep it at bay. It did burn my eyes a little bit. I wore it on Thanksgiving and I was like doing my makeup in the car, and it was like my left eye would not stop tearing, and I was like, uh-oh, I knew that it was due, excuse me, to the chemical ingredients in this SPF. I wore it again yesterday and it didn't do that. So I don't know, y'all. I don't know. It's a little bit glowy. I have oily skin, so I'm still trying to decide whether or not I like her. The other product that I picked up from the Sephora sale recently that I'm still deciding on is this YSL powder. At first, I liked it because it was really mattifying. Then sometimes I look at my under eyes and I feel like it's a little bit questionable. I don't know if it's the retinol that I use that makes my skin look particularly dry. And then sometimes I still see a little bit of glow, but then I'm like, is it the SPF that I'm using underneath that is just extremely glowy for my liking? So I don't know. It's not so much better that I can right off the bat say that I love it better than my Huda Beauty. So because it comes at a higher price tag, and I don't know, just for that reason alone, it's just hard for me to recommend it. But I just wanted to get those couple of things out of the way. Y'all know that the big Chantecaille sale is still going on, 30% off using the code CYBER. I have that linked below in my description box. Victoria Beckham Beauty doesn't have big sales, so y'all know I'm absolutely ride or die for her eyeliners. Sarah Creel, though, has just released eyeliners, and those are pretty neck and neck with Victoria Beckham. So this sweater that I'm wearing today is by Jenni Kayne. It is called the Cashmere Phoebe Polo in Ivory. I have it in Ivory. It also is in this lovely taupe shade and in ivory with like taupe stripes on like 2/3 of the way down, and that's really lovely. And I have it linked in my description here on YouTube. I'm streaming on both Instagram and YouTube, but check out the YouTube description of the video if you want any of the links that I'm talking about. But yeah, so that's some kind of like new, oh, and she's 25% off too, along with the entire Jenni Kayne website. Y'all know that Jenni Kayne is my favorite retailer when it comes to clothes. She comes and takes all my money. So literally, like, Jenni Kayne is my weakness, and I just love her cozy, timeless cashmere pieces, especially for this time of year. I mean, these pieces are just so classy, and I just love them so much. This is so soft, y'all, this cashmere. I just cannot, like, the cut on this, the details, just beautiful. So highly recommend. I only shop Jenni Kayne on sale because she is pricey, so highly recommend checking out that sale if you haven't already. I've been licking the heck out of Jenni Kayne in my stories. It seems like I work for her. Another exciting feature that I wanted to showcase in this live is, dun, 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 drum roll please, the new Sonia G Detail 2. Here she is in all her glory. I filmed an unboxing and first impressions on her last night, very late, but I wanted to get it up for y'all. I was up like past midnight posting that unboxing for y'all because she arrived in the mail yesterday. And look at her in all her beauty. I washed her. I had her sitting under a fan so that she would be bloomed and beautiful and ready to go for y'all today, ready to showcase. These bristles are so incredibly soft, y'all. Like, they seriously feel like some of the softest gray squirrel hairs that I have in my entire collection. So gray squirrel, if you are not already familiar with natural hair brushes, makeup brushes, full gray squirrel is only to be used with powders. So I'm very excited to test her out, put her to use today. She unfortunately sold out, handmade in small batches, a very limited release, but she will be re-releasing. So be on the lookout. I brought out some comparable brushes that I want to compare her to for y'all. So we'll get into that a little bit later. And let's get into it, shall we? I'm not sure if y'all just want to see the makeup today. If y'all are interested in seeing the clothes that I've hauled from Jenni Kayne. Or if y'all are just kind of like done shopping and all of that and not really interested, then we can just talk makeup today. That's totally fine. I'm going to check the chat real quick, see who's here joining us. Hey, Kat. Yeah, no worries. Thank you for being here. Hello from Idaho. Hi from Saudi Arabia. I'm so mad I missed this. Finally, a fluffy blending brush, and I didn't get her. There was a lot of people that were upset about missing this release, and I'm so sorry to hear that. I really didn't know that it was going to be that limited of a release, but supposedly she sold out really quickly and a lot of people were not able to get her. Hey, Cindy, I know you were able to grab the Detail 2. Congrats on that. That was a beautiful photo that you posted. Cindy posted a photo in her stories of these two babies next to each other, the Set and Sculpt and the Detail 2. Hey, Mary, welcome. Hey, Rocio, welcome. Hello, everybody new that's joining. Please go ahead and like the video on your way in. Make sure you're subscribed to my YouTube channel. Hit that subscribe button. Turn on your notifications so you know every time I go live. Make sure you're also following me on Instagram and vice versa. But let's get into some makeup, shall we? So again, barefaced, just a little bit of this SPF on. But you know what I wanted to try out? I was kind of torn today. And I'm interested in hearing y'all's feedback, but I was thinking, thank you so much for the 100-point gift. I appreciate that. Zoelle Simmons. Thank you, Aubrey. Welcome. I have not had the opportunity to try the new Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Foundation that supposedly has been recently. Thank you, Rocio, for the makeup brush. I appreciate you. yeah, I really do appreciate those gifts, those virtual gifts, y'all. They don't go unnoticed. And everything helps my channel, from a like to to subscribe to every gift. Another 100-point gift by Zoelle. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your username, Mr. Simmons, Miss Simmons. Hi, Freya Sky. So thank y'all for supporting my channel in any way that you can. I see your hearts. Thank you. Everything helps. Sharing my video out helps. I'm trying to grow. I'm a smaller channel. So thank you for all your help and your support. Hello from Greece. I wish I were in Greece right now. Greece is so beautiful. But I was saying that Charlotte Tilbury reformulated her Beautiful Skin Foundation, and I've heard that it's better. So let me know if y'all have tried the Beautiful Skin Foundation by Charlotte Tilbury that has been reformulated. I was able to pick up a sample from Sephora. And then I also brought out my La Mer foundation because my friend's son was live the other day on her channel, and she said that she was told by an SA that La Mer was discontinuing their foundation, that supposedly they were going to be only focusing on skincare products from now on. My freckles are gorgeous. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, these are my natural freckles. I know some people put on faux freckles, and I've done that before too. I think it's cute. But yeah, these babies are here to stay permanently, whether I like it or not. So I don't know, how do we feel about La Mer discontinuing the foundation? I know she's pricey, y'all, but I was able to pick this one up, I believe, at the Cosmetics Company store for a really great deal. Thank you. Thank you for the compliments, y'all. Crete. I haven't been to Crete. I've been to Athens and Santorini. Yay, thank you for the gift. Thank you for the gift, Zoelle Simmons. I appreciate that. Hey, Susan, welcome in. Okay, God loves you all. Yes. I don't know. Let's see how this, should we, I'm trying to think, y'all. Beautiful Charlotte Tilbury. Let me see if I could do a poll. Okay, make sure y'all like and subscribe, okay? I'm gonna do a poll. Start a poll. Foundation. Which one do y'all want to see? La Mer for a last hurrah, or Charlotte? I have it in the shade 7 Neutral. So hopefully it's my shade. Okay. Done. Start a poll. So everybody vote. Yay! Thank you for the 100 points. I like the foundation, and I think it's their most known product, but I don't know if it's a bestseller anymore. When it comes to La Mer or Charlotte Tilbury Cat. Hey, Kieran, welcome. Hello. Hi, Adrian Carter 410. I ordered a replacement this year, but I heard that too regarding La Mer, says Cindy. I know. I think I'm going to be shopping around to see if there is any shades that are still kind of hanging around that I can get my hands on that are my shade. If La Mer discontinues their makeup line, I'm also going to be sad to see this one go. This is their lip volumizer. Again, very pricey. Thank you for the gift. I appreciate you. Once again, Zoelle Simmons sent another 100 points. Yay, thank you. I'm from Ventura County. So yeah, like I said, she's pricey. I don't think that you need to run out and get it. A nice minty smell to it. And it really doesn't leave your lip and moisturized, and it comes in other great shades. I just have like ish one. Oh, thank Karen for the super chat. Oh, so I love you. She says, I love your Sunday chats. I appreciate you all being here. Thank you so much. Thank you for the makeup brush, Izoeli Simmons. Hello from India. It makes me so happy that each and every one of you are here. I cannot stress and emphasize that enough. By you just being here watching, it really, really makes my day. And it just brightens up my entire start of my week. It sets me off on a really good note. So thank you for being here and watching. Okay, y'all, the Charlotte Tilbury one is winning. 57 to 43, 21 votes. So it looks like it's going to be the Charlotte Tilbury. And let's get started on this because we got a lot to talk about. Another thing that I want to mention is that BK Beauty, I also linked BK Beauty in my Instagram stories. They are having a site-wide sale. Has, and I thought of you, Kieran, has my favorite synthetic brushes. So if you're not really into the natural hair brushes, BK Beauty has some really great synthetic brushes. Highly recommend these. They have sent me PR as of recently for the first time, but I purchased every single one of these brushes on my own. I've purchased BK Beauty for my mom. So how do I end this poll? I don't know how to end the poll. Oh, drag here to end the poll. Okay, period. Thank you for voting. All right, so also, these are the last and final days to get your hands on Bobo brushes. Bobo, I really love Rephr. Rephr is a really great natural, makes very affordable hair brushes. So all three of those brush retailers really cannot go wrong with any of them. So highly, highly recommend them. And let's see what we want to use today. I think I'm gonna go in with my BK Beauty. Okay, this is the 101 brush. This one's probably like my favorite foundation brush from BK Beauty. So let's go ahead and use her. I'm just trying to slap on my face. I think the foundation might be a little bit dark for me right now. I'm pretty as pale as I pretty much get. My face is a little bit more rosy than normal as well, especially when I add pressure friction on my face. We have done a series of laser skin treatments. And for the following months, and I just got those done in late September. So for the following months, even though we're at December 1st, tomorrow, expect to continue to see redness in my skin. And that is supposedly a good sign because it just means that the collagen is just continuing to be, and my skin is continuing to produce collagen since those treatments were really intense. Uh-oh, is the connection lagging for anybody else? Hi, Stacy. Thank you for being here. I cannot backflip, I wish. Oh no, my streaming is lagging. More people are saying that. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know what's going on. See, Shannon, I feel like you jinxed it because Shannon was saying earlier today that I never have problems, and I'm like, girl, it happens to all of us. We all have issues. Yeah, the button is on top. Is it? Thank you so much for the compliments. I'm sorry, y'all. Bear with me. I don't know what's going on here. Hopefully it's YouTube acting up and not me. I've done everything possible to get my connection to be as strong as it could be for y'all. Okay, so supposedly this reformulation of the Charlotte Tilbury is like less heavy. The first formulation I did try, and it was really full coverage. And right off the bat, I can definitely tell that it's slightly less coverage. Not in a bad way, because I feel like that's why I didn't really reach for that formulation before. It just felt like, even though my skin looked absolutely flawless and like for an event or red carpet, that's exactly the type of foundation that one might want. For me, just like on an everyday basis, it's the type of foundation that I was able to feel on my skin. And the more I've put effort into getting my skin to clear up and working on the texture, and I went through Accutane and everything in recent years, you know, the more I want kind of like a skin-like finish. So that's the only reason I really reach for that previous formulation of that Charlotte Tilbury foundation. But not that it was a bad foundation or anything, you know. So I'm just gonna go in with this little detail brush that had some of that foundation on it, just to get into the areas where that foundation brush didn't get to. So it's great to have a big foundation brush like the BK Beauty 101 to just kind of like evenly pat on your foundation all over the face. But it's also good to have a smaller brush on hand to get into areas. Okay. Perfect shade match, but that's okay. We're gonna go in and lighten it up a little bit with concealer. You like the CT hydrating foundation. Okay, interesting. Yes, Karen prefers light to medium coverage foundations. I would probably say this. So this is the Cerakote 1.5. The recent sale, and I mentioned didn't pick up any concealers yet. I ended up keeping this concealer by Cerakote in 1.5, and now I have 4 of these Cerakote concealer shades. I know that there is mixed feedback on the Cerakote concealers, and it's not for everybody, but it's almost like if you love it, you love it. You know, if it works for you, it works really well for you. And if it doesn't work for you, you're just like not a fan. Sometimes people say that the amount is what matters most, like that they can only use, you know, a small amount. My was saying that today when she was applying it. It's like a $50 concealer. So, you know, if you're pay that price, it's kind of like, you know, a better work for you type of thing. But that's why it kind of takes a bit for me to know if I'm really going to like a product and recommend it, because I have to try it with different base, you know, different things can affect it, right? Like if you have been using some harsh skincare, like retinols, prescription, and if you're exfoliating your skin, maybe you have some flakiness and you're attributing the concealer to that, but it's really just like your skin, or maybe you're trying out a new foundation like I am today, and that's having some sort of an effect on your concealer. So just consider different things. Your SPF, you should be getting all up in SPF around your eyes. I see so many people not getting near their eyes with their SPF. if it burns your eye, mineral sunscreen, those tend to be more sensitive eye friendly than chemical SPFs, if you have that situation. So, but definitely get up around your eyes. That's especially where we have concerns with wrinkles, right? So it doesn't make sense for us to not get like all up in here with our SPF. So many people just don't forget, like they just completely forget to get their eyelids, and those need some love too. So, but also what I was saying is consider that when you're testing out concealers. Are you using a new SPF? Are you using a new foundation? So it's important to try out your products in different combinations. You know, is the weather affecting it? Now that the weather has been changing, where a lot of us live, we're seeing extreme changes in temperature. Maybe your skin gets drier in the winter. So those are just, I don't know, my 2 cents on things, makeup in general, just to take into consideration when you try out a new product. I like the way my Mascara Creel looked on me today, says Shannon. I think for me, it works better when mixed with something else. Okay, great. I'm glad to hear that. So yeah, exactly. So the Face Flex concealer is marketed to be not only a concealer, but a complexion enhancer. So if you've tried this particular concealer out and it hasn't worked well for you, try mixing it in with other products. Try using it as a spot concealer all over the face, as opposed to underneath your eyes if it's not working underneath your eyes, because we have different skin underneath our eyes than we have all over our face. So that's definitely something to consider. Thank you for that feedback. What's up, Chula? Hey, Big Rick James, 9830. I'm going in with a little bit of this. This is the color Wow. Y'all see me fill in my hairline all the time with this, just to kind of make it. I think it's because I just have really thick, full hair all around. So anywhere where it's not super full, it kind of looks extra bald, if you know what I mean. So I just, yeah, that makes a difference for me. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry that my connection is not doing well. Is it the same for everybody else? I think it's better now, at least on my end, says Lamai J. Oh, you like these earrings? Thank you so much. It's better, says Kat. Okay, it's better. You were a giant pixel for a moment. It's okay for me now. Okay, let's cross our fingers that it stays this way. I'm sorry, y'all. Sorry about the struggle with the internet issues or YouTube or whatever's going on. It's not usually something that I deal with all the time. Every once in a while it acts up on me, but okay, I see your beautiful eyes perfectly. Thank you. Better now. It looks beautiful now. Okay, great. Amazing. We love to hear that. Whew. Nothing stresses me out more than connection issues, y'all, for real. Okay. Let's go in. I forgot to showcase the Chantecaille loose setting powder last live, where I was pulling out my Chantecaille products. Hey, Gila. So let's use this baby. What I was saying is that I like to use, you know what I want to do for just for kicks and giggles, y'all, for the heck of it, because we're just playing with makeup, being really extra. But I want to compare one side with my translucent Huda Beauty setting powder, because I figure out which one I like better. If it's just me that I am just so biased and I don't get enough of this Huda Beauty one for some reason, or, you know, I feel like the YSL one should be better because you're paying more. Thank you so much, Naya. And then the loose setting powder I'm gonna from Charlotte Tilbury, I'm gonna use on the rest of my face. I don't particularly like using this one underneath my eyes. It sits beautifully underneath my eyes. The only reason that it's not my preference underneath my eyes is because it's not as brightening as my Charlotte Tilbury, as my Huda Beauty one. So I'm gonna go in with the Huda Beauty loose setting powder, and I'm gonna set underneath one eye to see what it looks like and how it wears. Long, you know, I'm trying to figure out if I'm going to keep this YSL loose setting powder or not. Kind of on the ends. And then I'm going with the YSL one on the other side underneath my eyes. Hey, James Garcia, thank you so much for sending me a makeup brush. So sweet of you. Thanks for being here. Hey, Habib. So there's that. Okay. And then I'm going to try I'm going to put the Charlotte Tilbury loose setting. Huda powder is good, a standard, a bar, but most don't rise to it. I know, right, Kat? It's really hard. I don't know what the heck is in the setting powder Huda Beauty, but she has nailed that formula. It's hyped up for a reason. And I'm not even like a stan for Huda Beauty makeup. Like, that's really like my favorite and probably my only product from Huda Beauty I like ride or die for. I don't really have, like, I've tried other products from Huda Beauty. Like, I've tried her concealer, I've tried her foundations, I've tried her lip liners, I've tried her lipsticks, her lip glosses, and they're all fine. I don't have anything negative to say about them. But are they like my absolute favorite? No. But the powder, the loose setting powder, I will be taking with me to my grave. It's probably the one makeup product in my collection that I cannot live without. I know that's a big statement, but I'm genuinely trying to think of any other makeup product at all, like of every category. I could find some sort of comparable, something, but I have not found a dupe to the Huda Beauty loose setting powder. Yeah, I really, really enjoy it. And I've tried so many setting powders because I'm oily and I need a loose setting powder. I cannot go without one. So I'm kind of like a loose setting powder connoisseur. Hello, everybody new that's joining. Please go ahead and like the video and subscribe if you're not already. But this one by Chantecaille is really nice. I do highly recommend this one. Sometimes you don't want such a brightening powder all over the face. So this one is talc free. So if you're looking for a talc free loose setting powder, you got a good amount in this tin. This jar I really enjoy. I really like you can choose how many little dots here you want to poke. A little bit of this goes a long way. I love how you can pour it out into this nice tin lid. I love how when we give our money to support Chantecaille or buy anything from Chantecaille, they support wildlife. So it feels really good to purchase from them. It comes with a big puff that you can use. It is very functional. It's very nice and soft. I use it, once in a while. But yeah, so that's kind of what I have to say on that. But it is really beautiful. It's a beautiful loose setting powder. So if for whatever reason, like the Charlotte Tilbury is too drying for you, maybe you have more mature skin. Every once in a while, I hear somebody that says that. It's not very often. Every once in a blue moon, everybody's different. So if this is a little bit too something, or maybe you're just looking for something lighter, go check out the Charlotte Tilbury or the Chantecaille one. 30% off site-wide Chantecaille right now using the code CYBER. The link is in my bio here. Okay, cool. Welcome in, everyone. Are we good now with the internet connection? Let's try to stay hydrated. Still bad connection. Ugh. Okay. I don't know what to do about I posted that Hermes was having a sale yesterday. So check out Hermes. I highly recommend Hermes because the makeup is pricey. So I do enjoy the Hermes bronzer. I wear the shade 3 Sahara. I'm going to go in with the Sonia G with this bronzer. This was gifted to me by Sonia and Beautylish, so thank you so much. Really been enjoying it. Yeah, please let us know if anybody else is having connection issues. So these are brown goat hair bristles that are also persimmon dyed. First time that we've seen Sonia G incorporate that combination of both. Another brush I recommend for bronzer is this one that you can get on the Fude Bobo website, only until December 3rd. Okay, Japan time. Okay, our Wi-Fi is good. This is happening on the YouTube side, y'all. So I'm really sorry. I really don't know what to do. If it really bothering you still, please feel free to jump onto Instagram. I'm streaming live on simultaneously and I'm not having any connection issues on Instagram. So go ahead and join me on Instagram at MakeupEsquire. Same handle. That y'all. But yes, 20% off site-wide, the Fude website, which you can find this beautiful persimmon dyed brush. So these bristles are dyed in the same way, except they look different because Sonia G's bristles were brown goat hair. So this is what brown goat hair looks like without having that persimmon dye. You see that? This is the Sonia G Worker L. So this is just an example of all of these are goat hairs, but depending on, you know, this is also another example of goat hair that Sonia has done differently. And this has more of like a peppered look to it. Those white and brown hair bristles are incorporated in this one because we all know that goat hair can be white or it could be dyed or it could be brown. So these are all goat hair brushes and it's just really nice having different bristles and colors in your collection. This one's also available. It was just recently added on the Fude Bobo website. I talked about this during my last live, along with a couple of other Hakuhodo brushes, which is really great to check out Hakuhodo. I went through and did a whole rundown of the majority of the brushes on the Fude Bobo website available right now at 20% off, only until December 3rd Japan time. If you're in the United States shopping Fude Bobo, get your order in like 24 hours ahead of time because you have to take into account the time difference. And it's the best sale of the year. It's only going on for another couple of days. So refer to that last video where I ran through by rapid fire all of my Fude Bobo brushes. Highly recommend checking out that video out. But Hakuhodo recently had a price increase, so the fact that you can get is really great. They are classics. This one, the J hair brushes, the ones that used to be natural. So Huda, which Huda banana bread? Well, Gila, if you're looking to counteract blue hues, so Gila's asking which shade in the Huda Beauty setting powder I recommend. I actually purchased, you're similar skin tone to my mom, and I purchased She recently released as a limited edition, a duo, and one is more peachy and one is more pinky. And I thought that that was fun, and I picked that one up for my mom. But that one is kind of cool if you want to use like a more pinky shade underneath your eyes. Cancel, but honestly, you can't go wrong with the translucent one. This one is Pound Cake. And I think Pound Cake can work for everybody because it's just a solid, reliable, translucent shade as well. So yeah, you really can't go wrong with any of the shades though, because once they're on the skin, you can hardly tell the difference in the hues, the different hues. The only one that I would say was like the outlier to that was that ube one that was trendy for a little bit, but I think it was coming back. So anyway, okay, bye, Kieran. Okay, I'm sorry about the connection issues. It's YouTube, y'all. Oh, okay. She's controversial. Huda Beauty's controversial, Karen, because of her political stance. Yeah, the lip liners aren't my favorite. I'm 32. All right, y'all. If you're having connection issues on YouTube, feel free to watch on Instagram. I'm streaming at the same time. Same handle, MakeupEsquire. Thank you for the compliment, Jefferson. I'm not a model. Yeah, I know. We got trolls every live. Okay, cool. Yeah, I highly recommend checking out Hermes. The bronzer is beautiful. So you can get it on sale, even better. Let's go in and showcase the new Sonia, shall we? The Detail 2. I skipped cream on purpose because, hello, greetings from Rephr. Yeah, it's having issues. So I skipped cream contour on purpose because I wanted to showcase the Detail 2 with powder contour. Taking my tried and true Natasha Denona powder contour in the shade medium. This is my Ride or Die powder contour contour. And this is how I envision seeing myself use this Detail 2. As you can see, it is perfect for detail work on the face. Beautiful for powder contour. You can see that slight shadow that it's leaving on the skin. Oh my gosh, these bristles are so soft. I'm going in with powder contour on the jawline. It fits perfectly on these little nooks over here where you need like a smaller brush to fit. Perfect brush for this on the jawline. You can see a difference right here, right? From my right side where I've put powder contour, side where I haven't applied any. It is perfectly airy, and I like how it applies powder contour because these squirrel hair bristles apply a little bit at a time, which is what I want with contour, because with powder contour, it can easily get away from you. It's always easier to add more than it is to take away. So I'm just going back in and dipping into my contour as needed. This is perfect to get into these temple areas here. So you can see it's a little large for the eyelid area. I don't have a particularly large eyelid space, but if you do, you know, this could definitely just do like a quick one and done. If you're looking to kind of like set your eyelids with a little bit of loose powder before you go in with your eyeshadow, this brush is perfect for this. This brush is also perfect to add a little bit of loose powder right here underneath the eyes to touch up throughout the day. If you're not the type to pack on loose set the way that I did with my powder puff, if you have more mature skin, for instance, drier skin, and you just want a little bit of powder in the T-zone, perfect brush for that. Yes, thank you, Shannon. Very true. We got a great mop in here. All right. So, excuse me. Yeah, I don't like to silence anybody if I don't have to. I'm a big proponent of the First Amendment, as I always say. But please be respectful in the comments, and you should be good. All right, so yes, that is lovely for those purposes. Let's keep it moving. I do want to put on a little of an eyeshadow primer before I go in and powder my eyelids. I'm planning on doing an intricate eyeshadow look today, but I did want to showcase this one by Chantecaille because assuming that it's on the website, I'm part of the 30% off sale. This one is really great. I've raved about this one on my channel before. I love how travel friendly it is. I've had it for a while now and it hasn't dried up on me. It hasn't broken on me. It's really reliable. It's super easy to just like I just did right now, slap it on your eyelid. It has like a slight tint, which is good to just kind of cancel out any veins or discoloration that you have going on your eyelid, but not so much color that it's going to like affect the color of your eyeshadow that you're going to be putting on. It's just a very solid. I honestly wish I had another one for my travel makeup bag and one for just like my vanity, because I just had to pull it out of my travel makeup bag. And the other day I wanted to use it here at my vanity and I was it, but this one's a really great one to travel with because like I said, on Thanksgiving I was doing my makeup in the car and that baby came in clutch. So love that. And then now I want to go in with the Sonia G Detail 2. So I did purchase this Detail 2 brush on my own, if I didn't already mention that. So Sonia G, the Beautylicious team, did send me their very kindly their previous release because it's a limited edition release. It's my sending out PR. Just kind of depends on how many they have because these were really limited. I don't think that they were really releasing a lot of PRs, if at all. So I'm just tapping a little bit of this powder on my eyelids like this to set my eyelids, and that is the brush to go ahead and do that with. A lot of people actually also like to set their eyebrows at the same time. I recommend that if you're living in like a hot or humid climate, for instance, or you really want your eyebrows to stay put throughout the day, setting it with setting powder with a big loose fluffy brush like this is a really great tip. If you find that your eyebrows are kind of fading off throughout the day, if you, like me, fill in your eyebrows with an eyebrow pencil, and if throughout the day like you're sweating or you're in the sun or something like that, yeah, just try to set it with a little bit of loose powder. And I find that that helps. So yeah, I love that. Thank you so much, James Garcia, for the gift. I appreciate the floating heart. Yeah. American, not Pakistani. Yes, please no spamming, y'all. Hi, Martin Port. Please go ahead and like and subscribe to my channel if you're not already, y'all. Okay, let's move it along. So again with so this is also a great brush to use with like a press setting powder like this one, not just a loose setting powder. How great it is picking up this pressed powder here. This is, I love this pressed powder by Hermes. It's very lightweight to touch up anywhere you get shiny. It's matte, but like I said, it's very finely milled, so you can tell it's a very elegantly made formula. Thank you for the compliment on my eyes. That this detail brush seems to be a little bit small for blush, but you know, why not? Let's try it out for blush. This is the Hermes powder blush in the shade Rose Palmette. So it can blush. It's certainly working. It's just a little bit small for my preference, but let's say you want to do kind of like a pop of a bright blush, just kind of like at the top of your cheeks. That's where this baby would come in. So it can definitely work for blush. Thank you so much, Martin Laporte, for reminding everybody to like and subscribe. Yes, thank you. Because it has really great movement and the bristles, you do see a little bit of tapering on the side, but I wouldn't say that it's particularly like still work well in this swirling mode. Glad to see you. Thank you for coming on Instagram, y'all, if you're having connection issues on YouTube. Hopefully it's better. So it's applying that Hermes blush beautifully. Gorgeous, especially if you have small, you might not mind something that has a little bit more detail and precision ability like this one. This one's also great, like for you to apply a little bit of that blush on your eyelids. This is a tip I give that has made a really big difference for me. No matter what eyeshadow look you're doing, put a little bit of blush, just sweep it across your eyelids like this, whether or not you're doing eyeshadow. Little bit on your nose, little bit on your chin, tiny bit up here on your forehead. And even if you feel like it, just put a little bit down here, either side of your neck. I learned this tip by one of my favorite makeup artists. And it just helps kind of tie in together. I don't know if you've ever like seen or it's happened to you. I definitely grown in my makeup abilities. I used to make what you would say makeup mistakes, and you know, sometimes we catch ourselves in pictures and we can tell that kind of like our makeup looks like a mask and it doesn't really blend in well with the rest of our like neck and skin, like décolleté area, shoulder area. So if whatever it is that you have exposed, if you just carry a little bit of what you have on your face down here, it just kind of adds to the seamless look in general. Okay, not as bad as YouTube, but some connection issues. Okay. Wow, I don't know what's going on. After this live, I might have to like unplug my internet and replug it back in. Hey, Claire, how are you? Yeah, so that was that, and I'm just going to go and apply excuse me, with the Detail 2 by G. Yes, please go ahead and double tap to give me a like. My makeup is perfect, says James Garcia. Thank you so much. So because these are squirrel hair bristles, I do recommend using more like powder formulas, and that's why I'm choosing these ones that I'm choosing here today, because these bristles are so delicate as compared to, you know, goat hair bristles. So these are not going to shine when it comes to delay and hard press formulas. So this, but look at how it's applying that highlighter, beautifully applying that highlighter. This was definitely a shape that was missing in my collection, and that is very unique to my collection. And that's hard to do and say because I do have such an extensive collection. So to come across a brush, I'm just adding a little contour to my nose. To come across a brush that is unique to my collection is far between these days. Yes. Everyone that's joining. Thank you for sticking with me despite the tech issues. All right, let's get through it. Okay, so that applied. Beautiful. I kind of want to go in and it's so intense. I just kind of want to blend a little bit of that blush back into it. So again, this is really great for sweeping if you prefer sweeping or buffing in circular motions like this. These bristles allow you to do it all. Love. I can literally just sit here with this brush applying product to my face all day long because it is so heavily soft. Okay, so let's keep going here. I just kind of wanted to do, I don't know, I'm not feeling like a intricate eye look today. So what if we do kind of like a more soft eye and then like a pop of color on the lips? What y'all think? So speaking of, I did shout out the luminescent eye shades by Chantecaille on my last live. Highly recommend checking those out during the Chantecaille sale that's going on. The Beckham Beauty sale is only going on through this weekend. So and showcase maybe a lid luster. I really do love this lid luster formula. It's a really great one. I'm going to go in and just kind of deepen up my crease a little bit with this Huda B142. I'm going in with my bronzer shade and kind of deepening up the crease. I like doing this because it kind of keeps the look cohesive with the rest. And this is another reason why I love this bronzer, because it works so well for this step. I know Makeup by Nikki LaRose is also a huge fan of this Hermes bronzer. Allows you this step as well. And kind of like a medium to heavy leaning skin tone like me, this shade 3 Sahara will be perfect. Thank you so much, James Garcia, for the comments, and everybody else that's complimenting me. I really, really appreciate it. Thanking us. Thank you, Martin Laporte. Yes. Thank you so much, James Garcia, for the gift. Another beautiful floating heart. I appreciate you for that. All right. Just swiping a little bit on the under eyes. If I want to go ahead and deepen up the crease, I'll go ahead and dip into this Natasha Denona Ice Sculpt Texture and Tone palette, which I've really been enjoying. But for now, let's go ahead and put a little bit of this on here, this lid luster. I have it in the shade Honey. Well, I have it in a few different shades. Yes, we appreciate James. I'm going to use this brush that you can pick up right now on the Foodie Boba website, 20% off. It's the 05 brush under the brand number 8, and it's this really unique hair type. I think it's I forget the hair type. I want to say raccoon. Could be wrong. Thank you. Subscribe. Yes, super chats are also welcome. I haven't started up memberships yet. I'm thinking about starting up memberships. Let me know. interested in membership content that would be exclusive for memberships only, I have been thinking about it, but y'all know I'm a lawyer and I have a 9 to 5, so it's just something else that I would have to incorporate. But I do think I do some type of like, kind of like membership type style content anyway. So I could kind of just reserve that to be exclusive for memberships as well. So it. But yes, any support is a that you're willing to impart. Thank you, Dingus. All right, so I'm just kind of using this as a one. So these lid lusters are gorgeous with one and dones. My nails are kind of long, but if you don't struggle with long nails, then the best way to apply these are with your finger. So packing that on a little bit more with my finger. This honey shade is just kind of like a really goldeny shade. It's really gorgeous all over the eyelid. It's literally like the shade Honey. Full shades in these lid lusters, you can't go wrong. And they're all beautiful. Or pick you. But oh, I mean, I highly recommend no membership, please. As okay, thank you for that feedback. Some people are just not really into the membership stuff. I get that. So many Victoria bags that I would recommend y'all, like everything from her eyeshadow palettes. Liners are great. I already said that I'm a fan of her eyeliners, jaw liners. I have not tried the new serum foundation. She's pretty pricey, but I've heard that those of you that have tried it rave about it. So, yeah, I mean, if there is no better way of trying something out during a sale, if you are thinking about trying it out. Okay, so I'm gonna add a little bit of Bottom Lash Mascara. Thank you, Dingus, for the 100-point gift. I appreciate you. Love that. Yes, thank you, Martin Laporte, for reminding everyone to like and subscribe. We're almost at 60 likes. 9. I'm so sorry if my internet is acting up, y'all. Hopefully it's better on Instagram than it is YouTube. Getting played today. It's not a regular thing on my channel, I promise. This one with Rare Beauty Brow is a gift set right now on Sephora with this eyebrow and a little mini size in her mascara. So check out the gift sets on Sephora. Sephora has been having some really great deals. I have that linked in my highlight bubble on my Instagram where it's Cyber Week. And like I said, if you're shopping, feel free to DM me. I'm happy to send you any links if you would like to support my channel. It really means the world to me. But I really like this Rare Beauty eyebrow gel. It's great. And if you're like a mini mascara to travel with or to test out, then I recommend that gift set. Thank you for the compliments. Okay, so for a lippy, let's go ahead and do, should we do like a bold lippy? Let's do a bold lippy, shall we? I'm kind of feeling it because we did kind of more of like a simple eyeshadow look. Okay, so I really do like the Chantecaille lip liner, and I did pick up the shade Patrick, She's Hard to Get by Patrick Ta to match my magenta lippies that I bought recently. But if I didn't have this magenta liner, what I often do, thank you so much for the gifting is, I appreciate the floating heart. Love y'all. So if I didn't have a magenta lip liner, a lot of times you can pair it with like a lip liner. Chantecaille has really great formulas, and when I do use a red lip, when I go in with the red lipstick, I love using either one of these lip liners by Chantecaille, either in this Desire or Passion. Passion is just a little bit more like blue leaning, and Desire is more neutral of a red, but these, and I would highly recommend them. I've tried, you know, Dior's lip liners too. They're great. I did pick up one during the Sephora sale in the shade 300 that and you know, they stay on a really long time. Really great, like my lips but better shade. I also like the more like the cooler tone lip liner in the Dior one, shade 303 Attitude. But there's just something, these are more like creamy, kind of like that long lasting formula. And if you like that, like totally go for it. I tend to like these wooden sharpeners better. So I really highly recommend checking these out if you're looking for a red lip liner. But let's go in today. I wanted to shout out Westman Atelier. I love Westman Atelier lipsticks. Oh, you just discovered the Kosas eyebrow pencil. I have that one actually. Said I think you would love it. If you're talking about this one, I have tried the standard one. It's okay. I like it. I don't love that one, but I then tried this brown nano, and I kind of like the brown nano better. It's very, very thin. Okay. Oh, you meant the, yeah, I like the brown nano better than the other one. So, these they tend to go faster, especially if you're using them to fill in like your entire eyebrow every day. Just be aware of that. But I do really like the precision of this nano. It really gets kind of in between those hairs. And sometimes what I've realized in using these more like nano brow pencils is that like you end up maybe like not needing to fill in as much as you think you do, because I don't know, there's something about like the hair-like strokes that kind of give you the fullness that you need. But I also, if you're shopping the Victoria Beckham beauty sale, check out if you haven't tried the Baby Blade. I wear the shade dark brown and it's the perfect shade for me. Love this pencil. I love the aesthetics. I love how it feels in the hand. I love how it applies. I love the shade. I love the spoolie on the back. I love everything about it. So I highly recommend the Victoria Beckham Beauty one as well. Dr. Tall also has eyebrow pencil too. There's so market, y'all, and y'all know that I die for the Valentino, so just throwing that out. That's the Kosas one, the nano. Yeah. A lot of brands are starting to come out with like nano version. Huda Beauty has a very similar nano version. Precisely My Brow Tailor by Benefit. This is kind of their version of a nano. So thank you so much for the gift. Love the floating heart, Joel 6190. I appreciate you. So I am a fan of those nano, really thin brow pencils. Just know that you might go through them a little bit faster. Let's go in first with the Sarah Creel lip primer. Sarah Creel is having a sale too going on. Highly recommend Sarah Creel. I already said the eyeliners. Y'all know I love the concealer that I used today. And then this lip primer. Anastasia Beverly Hills has a lip primer too that I always forget to shout out. But that one's been around forever and it's a solid one. Thank you for the compliment, Joe. So like I said, I had a hard time finding a magenta lip liner, surprisingly. I don't know why more companies don't make one, but if you find like a good like reddish, I think you can kind of get away with a reddish lip liner. That's what I would do if I didn't have this Patrick Ta one. I was tempted to go in with a red lippy today because there's something about like the contrast, hey Anna, between red lip. Andrea Ali came out with a YouTube video too. And in her recent video, she was wearing a cream sweater with the red lip. And I just think that it goes so well, especially like, you know, time of the season. But if I know that red is kind of jarring to a lot of us. Sorry, y'all. I'm just trying to focus on getting this Cupid bow just right. Gotta be precise here and not talk. Anyway, I know that red is a little bit too much for a lot of us on a daily basis. I know sometimes I feel that way, even though I do get dressed to the nines in a suit and everything as a lawyer. So what I recommend is finding you a good pink lippy that you enjoy. Bold lip, and you still feel like, you know, your lipstick is popping. So this one is by Westman Atelier and it's in the shade LFG. Oh, I love this formula so much. You cannot go wrong with any of the shades. I have this formula in a lot of the shades, shades in this formula. And it is a really, really great formula. Bad to say about this Westman Atelier lipstick formula. It is so beautiful. It feels so comfortable on the lips. It's kind of matte and a satin. Had a baby, and it's the best combination of the two. Is pretty, right? Thank you, Anna. Isn't it gorgeous? So Westman Atelier is having a sale right now, and she has really great gift sets, and you can like mix and match too. So I'll link that as well in the description of my video for y'all to shop Westman Atelier. I really love the shade Fluffy and Petal. Those are neutral everyday pinks, like for my lips but better type of colors if this is not your vibe. But like, yeah, I mean, the red lipstick in the shade Desire is great. She has like a couple of reds that are just beautiful. Like, you cannot go wrong with any of the shades. Okay, thank you, Martin Laporte, for everything. I'll talk to you next time. Thanks for being here and for all of your support. Bye. And you're streaming from Canada. I love that. But isn't that gorgeous, y'all? That lippy, right? It's not red. It's like more of a magenta shade. Okay, so that I think worked really well with the rest of the makeup look as well. I could go in with eyeliner and do like a wing, but I kind of like the simplicity of it. I kind of like how the lippy looks on its own. If I were to go in with like anything, you know, I could go in with like a sparkly kind of eyeliner on the waterline. I don't bother. Kind of like just the simple eye look with a bold lip. Thank you so much. Let's talk about comparisons real quick. The detail is interesting. This is it up against the satin. So if you did grab this comparison there, but other comparable Sonia G brushes that I picked out specifically to showcase comparison to the detail too. where this, I think this one's the Omoy. And then this one is the other one that I think people were thinking that it would closely resemble from her Cranes collection. And I do think that this one was kind of inspired by this one, but they're completely different, y'all. They are not the same at all. I love this. I love how it's kind of like a more fan shape style, but the detail too is significantly bigger. So, I mean, you would not be able to go in the Stains one in, you know, any of the same ways that I was able to use this one in. Like for powder contour, for instance, for blush, for under eye setting powder, it's really small. You could get away with it for highlight, but it would just be like very precise highlight. Just look at the difference like on my face. So just very different. But the bristles are comparable in softness. So I will say that. It's kind of hard to tell just because the shapes are completely different. This one, the detail too, is obviously a lot more fluffy. Thank you, James Garcia. And then, yeah, so the Omoy is kind of just a comparable size, but this one has a flat, round ferrule, and the detail too has a round ferrule. So that's the biggest difference. But I will say that out of everything, it probably more closely resembles the Omoy. However, I will say that just running my fingers across like this, I don't know if it's just like the airier, fluffier bundling of the detail too, but the detail too, the bristles do feel notably softer than the Omoy squirrel hair. This is full squirrel hair too. So the detail too just feels higher quality. The bristles feel a little bit softer. So that is something to note. Very slightly though. This is, you know, you're getting into like nitpicky collectors territory here. All of these brushes are soft. This is it up against the Worker L. So it's a very comparable shape, except the Worker L is brown goat hair. So it's definitely not as soft as the squirrel hair. But shapes are comparable. This is the Detail Pro. This one could, the Detail Pro could fluff out a little bit more with use. I had it in a brush guard, so it's a little bit more compact, as opposed to like what if I were to be like using the heck out of it, you know? So just keep that in mind. But it is a little, the Detail Pro is a little bit smaller than the Detail 2. So it's just, the bristles aren't going to give you that movement, especially because it's goat hair bristles too. It's not going to be equally as suitable for like, it would be a lot harder to get away with like doing the blush in the same way that I did my blush with it. You could do highlighter with it. It would be a lot more precise when you're doing powder contour with it. So because they're goat hair, the powder contour would have gone on in a more pigmented way, and that can get messy quickly. So you can make mistakes when going in with goat hair if you're not careful with powder contour. And then a non-Sonia G brush that I do believe is still available on the Fude Bubble website for 20% off that I highly recommend. This is Gokujo. This is the highest grade of goat hair. So this goat hair is significantly softer than all these other goat hairs because it is hand-picked from Saibi Coho goat hairs. And I'm pretty sure it's the Gokujo, not the Almost Gokujo. I could be wrong, but I mean, the lacquer work and everything is what you're paying for when it comes to this baby, and also just how high, you know, of a grade of goat hair this is. But the Sonia G is definitely more, it's a more affordable than this Gokujo brush. You can tell by the fact that Sonia G chose this particular handle with this particular brush. I know some people prefer the tapered brush, that this chunky brush handle works really well. It helps grip it and maneuver it, and I don't know, it just feels really great in the hands. I love the aesthetic of this. I'm really glad Sonia chose this as the design the brush. And yeah, so so here they are, all the comparisons that I had pulled out for y'all today. This one is not really similar, but I'll just throw that one if anybody is interested. Because the shape of the is kind of like, it gives a similar vibe. So in the sense that like the set and sculpt similar thing as the detailed 2. The detailed 2 just gives you a different vibe because, you know, the handle's so different, the bristles are so different, they're so much softer. So yeah, like I said in my unboxing video, they're airy enough, too airy. It's dense enough, but not too dense. It's just the perfect bristles in here, to the length, to the way that it's bundled. I mean, I'm very impressed by this detail. And I don't have to say any of this because I purchased this with my own money. So regardless of what on my channel, y'all, I'm going to keep it real with you. So I'm a brush lover. It's hard to not impress me with brushes, but if Detailed 2 is released, I highly recommend purchasing her if you're kind of into collecting Sonia and supporting her. I like supporting her as, you know, a businesswoman, and for her to be like this available to us on a US site is just really unique. You can tell how much passion and love and hard work goes into every single one of her designs. She will be releasing 2 additional brushes that are smaller than this, so I do expect the price to be lower in the near upcoming future. So this she has envisioned to be a trio, and then I'm hearing that she's also planning on releasing a holiday release as well for us. So keep an eye out, and don't miss out on her upcoming releases. Her Sky and Face set is one of my all-time favorites. I have to get it. I hope it comes back. Yeah, I have pretty much all of Sonia G's prior releases, and they're great. They're all absolutely lovely and functional in their own ways, and she really is a genius. And yes, I'm logging off too, Stacy. Thank you so much for issues, but that's gonna be the look today, y'all. I'll keep y'all posted on the setting powder. Now that I've compared the YSL Beauty next to each other, I'm not seeing any difference right now, of course, on camera with y'all. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to keep testing it out to see. It's close enough to where I don't think you have to run out and get the YSL. I might just keep it just because it works for me. But I don't think it would be a repurchase if I do end up keeping it. Excuse me. So I'm just going to spray on this perfume real quick. This is the newest addition to my collection. This one is the Angel Share by Kilian. It is on the rocks. It's a beautiful gift that I think anybody in your life would love. The packaging is great. I have the 2 Kilian releases as well. So if you're a fan of Kilian, so Angel Share, and then you have the Angel Share Paradise. This one has more of like a raspberry note, and it's deeper. And then this one on the rocks has a more citrus note to it. So you can definitely smell that citrus, but at its core, they all kind of have a similar vibe to the Kilian, but they're not similar enough to where, you know, I didn't think it was worth having all 3. I enjoy having all 3. I love the Kilian perfumes. And yeah, these are the ones that I've been enjoying this season. Hey, Mary, how are you? So I've really been enjoying my new On the Rocks one. Oh, it just smells so light, but like sexy at the same time. You can smell that citrus. It's not too much. It's probably the lightest one out of all 3 because of that citrus note that you have. But yeah, I just love it. I can't say enough good things. The lipstick shade is everything. Thank you. It is Westman Atelier's LFG, and Westman Atelier is having a sale, so I wanted to pull her out. It was a recent purchase that I made. I'm really into these like magenta lipsticks lately, so similar ones that I have picked up that I've showcased in a prior video already are the Gucci Love Before Breakfast, which is a very similar shade to this. This was inspired by my girl Shannon on here that's watching. Dior 784 is a very similar shade. And then this Prada one is really pretty too. It's a little bit more bright. It's a little bit more cool toned. But I don't know. Something has got into me lately with these magenta colors. It's almost like, it's almost red, but not quite red. So it's just a little bit more unique and a little bit more wearable in my opinion. Oh, you have LFG and Love Before Breakfast. Well, you better wear them more, girl, because yeah, these shades look beautiful on you, Shannon. I've seen them on you. Thank you. Thank you so much for the compliments, y'all. Okay, if you're new here, I really hope that you subscribe to my YouTube channel, that button on your out well, aka MakeupEsquire. Please go ahead and on YouTube, and please shop my links if you are shopping. Tomorrow's Cyber Monday, so let me know what you will be shopping. If you're picking up gifts for people, this is where I like to do all my gift shopping. Yeah, I picked up, just real quick, as a white elephant gift on Sephora. I think this is a great one. For me, my family has a $25 cap on our white elephant gifts. So this hits the spot like right there. And I thought that this would be a really, the Rare Beauty Soft Pin. You would enjoy this if you were to get this as a white elephant gift. But it comes with a dewy liquid blush, matte bouncy blush. I love the matte bouncy blushes. I've tried liquid blush, really solid. I have not tried the tinted lip oil. Seeing this as a gift, perfect for travel, and yeah, you get to try 3 different. So that was a recent purchase. But yes, oh, you're doing white elephant this year as well. I've talked about like some ideas for white elephant gifts. So if you haven't checked out my recent videos that I posted, feel free to go back and watch them. But that's going to be a wrap for today, y'all. Thank you so much for joining my Sunday live. I go live here on YouTube, Instagram every single Sunday, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed. Love you. Bye.